This is facing the band rehearsal area, which has got a Quantum Neural Monitoring Corporation right there. This is facing Kilgore. This is facing the police department to the right. Kilgore, Sac Sheriffs, Metro PD. This is facing the building behind me. A lot of stuff in the sky. No stars, but several drones. Oh, there's a couple stars right there. A lot of drones. There's the moon. Right here at my spot. Still recording. Transmissions for 9,111 hours, 476 days, 16 months. Since December 6th, when I first heard my angels being sexually abused. Now since I went to jail, buddy of mine, Nick Schneider, was hanging out with my old lady, Sherry Lynn Meyer. Warned her about a gentleman, dickhead, by Todd Bray. And he hasn't seen her in 15 months. Neither have I. And I haven't seen my angels, Nathan Bradley Brown, Carly Ann Lynn Brown, and Logan Bradley Brown, in 15 months either. This is when the officers started arresting me illegally, harassing me, threatening me. My angels came up abducted. Sherry met Todd Bray, Scott Bray, through Wyatt White. And also, I was robbed of everything. And Matt's restraining orders that I had against him also were lifted. And since then, I've been being electronically stalked and threatened to be murdered hundreds of times, and my angels as well. I've recorded these threats through over 100 apps on 9 different phones, 7 different accounts under my name, under other people's that I actually bought from them, or under Ronnie B. Lovely, which was 916-604-0781. This phone number right here is also under Ronnie B. Lovely. That is my God-given name. I'm the only person in the world to have that name. Now, as I become more loving, these people become more evil and hateful. 3,000 hours, I beg God for their forgiveness, for they have not known what they've done. At 6,917 hours, December 6th, they decided to start molesting my angels and making me listen to them rape my little Logan 8-year-old, who was 7 at the time, and my Carly Dolan, who was 10 at the time. Now at 9,111 hours, they begin to start inputting images into my mind through remote neural monitoring via satellite, and making me watch Logan, 8 years old now, sucking some man's dick, and making me watch Nathan having sex with his sister from behind doggy style in high definition, and making me watch Sherry Lynn Meyer being raped by 3 different men in a back bedroom, and then making me watch her there on the ground crying with choke marks around her neck, being held hostage, just as her ex-boyfriend Matt Williams did to her. And they make me do this because why? They're sick child molesters and disgusting people. Same shit Matt used to do to me, to Sherry. It's a message to say, I have your family, and I'm raping them and molesting them and torturing them. You're not going to do nothing about it. And the police are helping me do it. Just as they were back in the day. They didn't do enough. They actually did a lot, but they didn't do enough. But they did inform me to go get full custody, which I did immediately, and so did CPS, and so did the family courts. And I did, and I still have custody. Sherry only has 6 hours supervised visits because she has not fulfilled the court orders. Custody is. Sherry is to perform drug tests and send them to me. She's to perform 20 hours, 20 classes of anger management, drug and alcohol evaluation, and psychological evaluation, and do all the recommendations. If she fails one drug test throughout the whole program, she reverts back to 6 hours supervised visits that I can mandate without another court appearance. I am the one running the program. I designed the program. I am the program. There's no other place you can get 20 weeks. I created it for Sherry and for our angels to see, and the courts to see, and for God to see, and our families who really will go above and beyond for their children, their angels. I did. Now, 15 months, my angels have been abducted against my custodial orders. I have custody out of Sacramento Sheriffs, Sacramento County, Superior Courts. It is Sacramento Sheriffs and Rancho PD's obligation to follow Sacramento's court orders. Now my angels have been abducted to Lotus, California, and they were already removed from that property. The last time they were abducted for 6.5 weeks, and the sheriffs removed them from that property and from the school, deeming Sherry was not allowed to go back around them except for her 6-hour supervised visits. I've sent her information. I reverted her back to 6-hour supervised visits because she cannot maintain 50% custody. She needs to have her psychological eval, and her dad cannot supervise. She's back on 6-hour supervised visits with the state-mandated supervisor until she can prove otherwise. I've sent her all the information. Now I'll go file another police report. Sheriffs have arrested me over and over illegally. Every time I get close to saving my angels, they arrest me for picking up trash, for helping out the homeless, for numerous things. They arrested me over here because I called 911 and asked them to check that building for me because I heard my angel in there, Logan, and I had him on audio recording. They refused. I know he was in there because I listened to the recording. I could hear him. It was with 2 men being hidden in there. While I was being arrested or searched, the officers said that I made no sense. I know for a fact that makes sense. And they also would not listen to the audio. I've showed the officers 10 times in the hood of their car and let them know what was going on. Multiple locations, and they still refused to help me. I tried to go into the Rancho Cordova, Kilgore Police Department and actually file a police report. They wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me file an incident report either inside there. I also called 911. They said it's not an emergency that my children have been kidnapped or raped or being murdered. It's not an emergency, they said. So I've called the non-emergency numbers. I've yet to receive a call back. Now, recently, I've caught wind that my angels are being molested. And they've been molesting me for hundreds of hours in my mind, being transmitted to me through LRAD, a long-range acoustic device, or a remote neural monitoring via satellite, or also a direct energy weapon. There's several from here in town. There might be one right across from me right here. And there's 2 on Mather that I know of. These devices are used for riot control, or to pinpoint precision, direct frequencies into your brain to where you can hear them. You can hear voices from those devices, but no one else can. They can also be done by satellite, drone, several other ways. Let's see what kind of audio we get in the back of this.